After 2 periods, Washington leads it by a score of 2-1. But Pat LaFontaine has been a hot hockey player for the Islanders. 5 goals in his last 6 games. I should say 6 goals in his last 5 games, including the one that got the Islanders close after 2. And when Pat LaFontaine broke into the NHL with the Islanders, he was at the tender age of 19, just off the U.S. Olympic hockey team. And he impressed immediately with 19 points in his first 15 games as a pro. LaFontaine has continued to impress ever since. Our Ed Randall has a look at 22-year-old veteran center Pat LaFontaine of the Islanders.
At the age of 22 years and 1 month, and already in his 3rd full season in the NHL, Pat LaFontaine is beginning to live up to the expectations of many in hockey. He has reached the 30-goal mark for the 2nd year in a row and has already surpassed his career bests in goals and points. Not so long ago, Pat LaFontaine was America's gift to Canadian junior hockey. While there, he erased the names of legends, people like Bossy and Lafleur. Yet when it came time to be drafted for the NHL, there was some serious questions to whether or not he'd be an impact player. Some saying he was too small. They're not saying that anymore.
Well, they always said that ever since I was a kid, growing up in Michigan. My brother and I always played together, and they always looked at us. I played a year older, so the guys were a year and 2 years older, and they always looked at me as one of the smallest guys. And fortunately, my father taught my brother and I at a young age to really learn how to skate.
What Pat LaFontaine lacks in size, he makes up in speed, reflexes, and imagination. Those skills come in handy on the power play, where LaFontaine is 4th in the league in goals.
I have to credit the guys like Mike Bossy, Brian Trottier, Mikko Makala, our defense, and Kenny Leiter, Dennis Potvin, Randy Boyd, Steve Conrad, all the guys who have been on the power play, Patrick Flatley. They're good players to play with.
I think Patty's really been playing super hockey the last week or two. He's been given a lot more responsibility on the ice. He's killing penalties now. He's working the power play regular shift, and he's doing a great job. And
he's always been a great goal scorer, you know, ever since he was back in midget hockey, and now he's turning into a great hockey player. He's playing both ends of the ice, and he's making, you know, he's assisting on goals, and he's also scoring goals, so he's becoming a good all-around player right now.
On a team with scoring machines like Brian Trottier and Michael Bossy, this will go down as the season in which Pat LaFontaine took his place beside them as a threat and began to fulfill that promise. At the Nassau Coliseum in Uniondale, New York, I'm Ed Randall for the NHL Tonight.
And it's Pat LaFontaine's goal that has the Islanders on the board. After 2 at the Nassau Coliseum, Washington leading it 2-1. We have a good one in the NHL Tonight, and we'll continue in just one moment as we get set for the 3rd and final period of play at the Nassau Coliseum. Meanwhile, in Pittsburgh, the Penguins and the Flyers are